Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Welcome to episode 363. Today is the final row of tiny flowers using Arrtx. These are the Arrtx pencils. They are a very nice, I would call them, depending on if you get them on sale, they're kind of budget to mid-range. They're a very lovely pencil. The numbers are incredibly difficult to read. I have pre-written down the numbers. I do have my reading glasses on, ready to be able to read to you these numbers. And of course, the colors have already been picked. I have chosen 5 for the pink to violet to indigo combination that I am really enjoying on this page. Here are the names and numbers. They have a fun star dot design. The barrel is beautiful. They are a very large core, probably 4 millimeter, 3.8 to 4 millimeter. They do feel very polychromos-esque or Holbein-esque because of the glossy finish. And we've got 4005. Like, look how tiny those numbers are, you guys. It is like, if I could, kind of like yesterday was the Black Widow, which didn't even have the dipped ends on many of the pencils, and then the font is big, but it's in like this cursive-y writing. So each of these pencils for yesterday and today have their issues, mostly related to the presentation on the barrel itself are the issues that I have with them. And the barrel colors on these are darker than the colors actually are. As you'll see, like all of these look to be super dark except for the Baker Miller pink, and that's not the case, as you will see. All right, Baker Miller pink 4005, mulberry 4100, orchid purple 4110, violet 4171, and indigo blue 211. I'm pretty sure that's a 5, a very tiny 5. All right, so we are going to get started. We're going to go with the darkest color, which is the indigo blue. Today I actually have my book upside down. I am still sitting up at a desk because of my ankle, and then I've using this giant band, and that actually, I wish I had thought to pull one of these out sooner. When I bought these clipboards, I took the rubber bands off and I've had them stuffed away in a drawer. So so far I'm liking having them. So we're going to be coloring these flowers. This is upside down, and I believe yesterday's pencils, I mean the image I left upside down for you. I thought that it looked just fine the way it was. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. And the only decision I have to make is there's only one element of yellow on the other flower. So I could make this larger center area yellow, but my inclination is to just let it not have yellow. These are a little softer than yesterday's pencils. They're definitely, they're probably most like the Color. The Arrtx is a very hard pencil, and the Black Widow is a harder wax pencil. I noted that this indigo, when I have this Lazy Susan that have individual slots, and when I dropped the pencils into the individual slots, which I do all the time, the tip cracked off on this indigo. So I do think, if my recollection serves correct, I've had one other color crack and I had to resharpen it a ways, so it's shorter than it should be. But boy, as a rule, and I am not careful with my pencils aside from the fact that they do live in individual slot cases if they are a budget, to protect them from the light fastness and being in a Florida sunroom in perpetuity. And so I was surprised that this cracked. And most of my pencils don't. And even pencils that I have had shipped that were shipped incorrectly because I bought them used. So the people who sent them did not understand how sensitive colored pencils are to being shipped and not carefully shipped. And I have not had problems with those either. Just a couple of them have had issues. Those were my Color Color Barrel, which I actually used on this page. Ironically, that's probably why they were on my mind. So I am surprised that this indigo needed to be resharpened so soon. So yeah, they feel good. A little bit softer than yesterday's Black Widows. They are not as buttery or oily. They don't feel like they have as much filler in them as the Colors did. They feel a little more, I don't know, kind of like polys. Let's see, do I have the right color? Now we have to make sure. I am using violet, so this is the next color, and it is purple. I'm going to go ahead. I'm doing flowers, so I tend to go more in a linear veining direction than a scrumbling ovals. So that is what I am doing here. I do like to mix my colors. Just kind of have them all. So I'm not going to do yellow. You can see I've committed to just, we're going to make these. So this particular image will not have any yellow to it. So I've been talking a little bit about memberships, and I responded. They are posted, the comments are posted, but I will do a summary post giving a heads up of what is going to happen. In essence, the content does not change for viewers and subscribers. For visitors and subscribers, it's all the same to you. The only change that you will see at all is I will be doing more posts to involve members more in the decision making, but the viewers will still be able to choose, you know, if I'm going to be doing a page for the daily color, that will still be in the general for everyone community area. The haul videos, reviews and such, detailed walkthroughs, first looks, all of those videos, the only change, they will still all be available for everyone, but I will have early access available for members. The biggest thing is that I've felt all along I needed to do this. I just had to get everything in place to be able to develop it, and that is creating a video for the daily colors that combines all of the episodes into one continuous stream with kind of the extraneous discussion about what I'm working on or what I'm doing. Usually at the end I'll talk about what's coming next, and that will be taken out. But I have found when I'm creating these that the beginning of the video has some, like I said, nuggets of information. So members are getting the option of being able to stream the entire daily color per a page / and or project all at once. So that is something I have always wanted to do, and I am getting ready to make that live. It is one of so the two main perks are early access. There may be here and there a special video, but they will all be put up for everyone to see. And then the early access, and then these stream videos, so that people who want to just wait until the daily colors are all done, they can just wait. And it gives a way to support me financially so that I can grow the channel and get more content. I am getting very comfortable, you guys, with coloring in books. It is just so fun to grow and feel a confidence in coloring that I have not felt, whether it's me doing a, the realism type coloring video that I watch someone else's tutorial and then I color and then I do the rest of the image on my own. I am enjoying those. They're not as stressful for me. The idea is stress-free coloring and whatever I need to do to make coloring stress-free, which ironically for me was creating a channel to force me to do it. All right, so we're moving on. We're now on the fourth lightest color. This is Mulberry. Again, these are very dark barrels. They look almost the same, but if you look at the tips definitely show a difference in the color. So be watchful if you get these, that you just have to really, just like the Black Widow, you have to really use those swatches. Don't trust your barrels, because these are a great pencil. It is worth the buying them and using them and dealing with the fact that the barrels aren't exact and that they're not the easiest to read. So I hope that clarifies that nothing is going to change for the general viewers. I wanted a way to be able to post an entire video. You know, I do appreciate being able to go through a video when people have the 4 to 6 hours. So some of mine are going to be long and I might have to break them into 2 parts on those bigger romantic country pages that are 9 episodes long. If they get too cumbersome, I will need to break them into 2 parts. But at least it's not 9 parts. The additional little bit that you guys really have never received that I want to start adding, that I actually do on my my card making channel. I provide a lot of photography of the cards that I make at the end of each of my videos. It's kind of my signature thing, and I have not done that. I've done it on the weekly color, which I no longer do. I'm switching from a weekly review to a monthly review. So I am reformatting the photography part with extra photographs to be, we're going to the Baker Miller pink. So if you're like me and you're very analytical, and I use the photographs of my own cards when I go back and I want to make a card, very similar to something that I know I've already posted. And over on that channel, I have 657 videos. So I definitely do a lot of videos. So we will be adding photography. That is the added perk to those stream. You get to go through and see the entire end-to-end of creating the page. Then at the end, I have at least 4 images with some different angles showing any of the fun treatments that I've done. And that is one of the added perks for those folks subscribing. And again, it gives a way for me to financially support the channel. And you know, I do not work full-time. I am a retiree on a fixed income. So there isn't going to be, you know, big hauls or anything from me. Everything is very carefully purchased, very thoughtfully, with limited funding. So by getting more support as an option from memberships, it will allow me to do a little bit more this year that I would like to do. So that is really something I am looking forward to this year. All right, that is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. And I will say, teeny bit of white here and there. The Baker Miller pink is a little bit darker than the other pinks, I think. So we'll see if I have to make myself go back and darken that up. These flowers are a little darker. I'm kind of not wanting to show you all of it, but there's the color difference between yesterday's Black Widow and the Arrtx. So let's move on to green. So I hope that that clarifies all of the membership stuff. Oh, I was going to go on to green, but I still have these little flowers. I will do them at the end. The 4 colors that I have are oh boy, that's really hard to read, you guys. 5036 chartreuse, 5099 apple green. I'm still trying to read that. Chartreuse one. I do think it's 5036. 5099 apple green, 5151 grass green, 5511 dark green. Don't forget that you can always write your numbers or use a label maker and put the numbers on and wrap Scotch tape all the way around and attach the Scotch tape to itself. The matte Scotch tape is what I like the best. And I don't tear it off with the little jagged edges. I take scissors and I cut it smooth, and that seems to be the ticket for me to make those stickers last the longest. And I do prefer my Brother label maker, though I have sheets of sticker paper and I have used the sticker paper alternatively to the Brother label maker, but both work. And these are hard enough to read that I really should print out labels and attach them. So today, I hope you all are warming up. We had mid-60s, and I can't believe I'm getting used to going out in the morning when it's 40 something degrees. It was 37 degrees first thing this morning. So cold. I am no longer a cold weather person. So it is going to be in the 70s, I think, by Monday. So excited. Hub is even more anti-cold weather than I am. I am surprised. He's actually out in the summertime. It's not necessarily really high temps here. It's very humid and hot. And he is out there, long sleeve shirt and a hat, on the trail, dripping sweat. He would rather do that than be cold. I do have Lucky in here with me. He is just such an amazing kitten. Quite something. I do have a couple more cute videos. I'll be posting another cute kitten video very soon. He played too hard the other night. He's not fully recovered from his cold. And I have learned now, he will not regulate. We've always had pretty mellow cats, even as kittens. You know, a Maine Coon is pretty darn mellow. That when they're done playing, they'll stop. This little guy, he will not stop. He will go and go and go. So we're going to be helping, pardon me, to regulate his playtime and keep him chill, especially while he is getting over the whole change to being in our home environment. And he is so eager to please. He basically played with Hub till 3 in the morning. And Hub came in, this was 2 nights ago, and he says, all right, That cat is crazy. And the next day, the cat was a zombie, and he was really stuffed up. So I said, honey, he is sick, and he can't tell you he's sick, and he will never say no to playing. So we're just gonna have to be the parents in this situation and tell him no, he has to rest. And he did really good and just chilled. He feels much better today. So he's like a child. Doesn't know how to regulate himself. We took him out. We went and got lunch. Brought him in the crate. We have to take him on Tuesday to the vet. And he was awesome. He played with his feather toy. I never even really had to close the top. You know, we went through the drive-through, not scared of people, strange sounds. Then I went to the Dollar Tree and got a couple more cat toys that I saw there that I know he would like. And Hub stayed with him in the car, and the two had a good time. These are big leaves, so I have to color them a little bit different. So I believe by tomorrow I'm going to get the poll posted. Speaking of polls, I want to get working on the next winter image. I'd like to start that next week. So I will put up I've already picked the page. I already shared that with you. So it'll just be which pencils should I use. All right, let's get this all the way to the edge. Nice vibrant colors. I'm using, as I burnish now, it went to burnishing really fast. Filled in the tooth with medium pressure. So now I'm going through with hard pressure using the lightest color. All right, now I need the last flower, the two little flowers, starting with the indigo. What time is it? It is 6:17. The sun is down, but I still see the fading sun through the trees. It's very nice to actually have light at after 6 o'clock at night. Love it. My mom loves that it's not dark at 4:30 in the winter here. We get at least another hour of light. Okay, and I never got me disk space. We're at 24 minutes. And so I am going to have to pause and go delete something before I get on to the second flower. See how fast that's going? Nice. These are very smooshable, and I don't feel like I have to light layer them. Look at that. Really enjoying these a lot. I hate to fill in all that white. I would love to leave the white. It's good to do things a little different. Okay, you guys will see me back in a flash. All right, I am back. I do have a need for yellow. I will sharpen it. This particular flower has the center. I could even do a couple of, like a little bit darker yellow with this if I wanted. All right. Just grabbing the flowers. There's only one flower and 4 buds to do. This should go pretty darn quick. There's little teeny tiny gaps to the sky. I will tell you guys, I am possibly going to do a bonus episode of light blue sky. I think I'm going to perhaps see if my pan pastels, which I have never used, I could do something pretty quick, and it might be a bonus episode tomorrow. A goal for me this year is to continue the expansion of my background skills and be using some of these supplies that I have purchased even way back in the past. All right, that is the indigo. Moving on to violet. This is mulberry. I don't know, what do you guys think? I am coloring upside down. Do you guys feel uncomfortable coloring upside down? I feel like I should be more uncomfortable coloring upside down. Now, these are flowers, and so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, nothing about what I'm coloring makes me feel like I have to be right side up for it. And the butterfly, which was the first image, I did color that right side up. I'm gonna, wherever these little shadows are, these flowers are just big enough. I'm gonna go ahead and add, take the prompt for the shading, because I think there's room for it. I'm moving on to the Baker Miller Pink. Heavy pressure. I'm actually going to sharpen this. These are a very large, look at how big that tip is. They have a feeling of a large tip to me, so that makes me want to sharpen them to have better detail control. Again, filling in all of the area, not leaving any white, even though I would love to leave white. Okay, I want a little more mulberry. This particular leaf, I did not get a good transition going. All right, very pretty. Okay, moving on to green. Starting with the darkest green, which is dark green. We have nice big leaves here to work with. Getting some nice shadow areas blocked in. I even feel like that needs to be sharpened. I'm also thinking ahead right now to I call them a tier list. It is an online computer gaming thing where you rank it's not like a numbering system. You have like your favorites, you have your favorite, good, I guess, favorite, very good, good, okay. None of my pencils aren't okay. All of my pencils are all of my sets are usable. And so I need to get to some ranking. Specifically, I will probably do some ranking of a variety of different criteria, like a video that's just ranking on the barrels and how easy they are to use and organize based on how the barrel is designed. Based on usability. Maybe take all my oily type pencils or light layering pencils that to me work for light layering and just rank those. So I will probably be getting input on that. And that probably would be input that I would see what the members would like to see first, and then they'll have early access to it, and then everybody will see it. Trying to get more engaged in my community directly through the extra areas, the areas you get through the membership interface. All right, that's the darkest. Moving on to grass green. This is a pretty vibrant green, almost a fluorescent. And then I went all quiet. All right, I think I didn't put any on this one. We are now moving on to the third lightest apple green. So you see all this tooth in that middle green. I'm just filling it all in, and you can see the two greens blending together. Now, the lightest green is chartreuse. What a beautiful page. Everything pops so nice and vibrant. Cheerful for me, since I've had this really dark, gloomy week and hurt my knee, or my calf, that is now, it was behind my knee, and then it's traveled down my leg, and now today it is my ankle, and it's the ankle, right below the ankle is all purple and blue. And at least the shin, oh, the shin was so sore. I could hardly even touch it like to put ice on it just was agony. And that has gone away. So this page has really kept me cheerful this week. And I believe we've filled in our tooth. I'm using heavy pressure to smush all of the colors down into the tooth so that I don't see any tooth. I'm not really even opposed to showing some tooth, but it's fun when I have a pencil like this that I know I can just really dig deep and get it to look this glossy, bright, vibrant finish. I really love the opportunity to do that because not all pencils sets that I own are full-on smushable dig into the tooth pencils. So there you have it. I am finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I love having you guys coloring with me. I love the idea of promoting coloring a little bit every day for rest, relaxation, and happiness. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, consider subscribing. Again, I'm probably going to do a bonus, and I am going to break out the pan pastels and the tools, and I am going to add a light blue background to this. So we'll be doing that as a little bonus tomorrow, tomorrow being Sunday. I hope to see you all there.